Hey guys, this is the new placement form that the account managers and the BDs have to fill when they close the position. So I'll go over the fields one by one. So anytime you close the position and you're sending the management team or the finance team the closure documents, the placement document, you need to attach this sheet also. So most of the fields in this is already with you, and for some of them you will have to either contact the candidate that you placed or the vendor through which you took the candidate. So let's go over the field one by one. So see, you can in this filter you can filter the positions that account managers have to fill, and just focus on those fields. You don't have to worry about the one that the finance manager or the finance team has to fill. There's quite a lot for them as well. So just focus on your position, on your fields. So but for now I'll explain all of them. Okay. So for every placement, so this column D is if you make a W2 placement, and column E is if you make a cop to cop or 1099 placement. What's the difference is that these formula here will work if you put the W2 state and all that, and this will be C2C. So basically, yeah, don't mix up. So if you have a C2C placement, go and fill information in column E. If you have a W2 placement, go in column D. And says a lot of them have a drop down menu. Say suppose if you do not find the information that you want to fill in the drop down, you can fill it in other. uh, so if it's a C2C placement and you didn't find something, then you can type here the information. So um, um, so anyway, let's start. So placement ID is something that for every placement we have an ID code that the finance team fills. So this is not your responsibility. Consultant ID, we give each consultant an ID for our database. So this is also something that the finance team will fill. Account manager is you will fill who was the BD. So you can go here, and all our sales teams names are here. You can choose your name, or if it's you or somebody. So yeah, so you can fill the name here. In the recruiter, when you go, there's a drop down. You can find the recruiter here. Then the team lead, if the sales guy who filled this position, if he has a team lead, he has to put his information. And if that recruiter has a TL, you can ask Nikunj or Ajay if you're not sure about these two fields. So consultant name, you have to type in the name of the consultant here. The job title, like this job title is the one that the client gave you. Like say suppose if they said, hey, we want a senior Java developer, so that, and once you close that position, that is the title that you'll put here, senior Java developer. In skill you have a drop down like easy developer. So if he's a Java developer, you will choose software developer. If he's a scrum master or project manager, you'll say functional role. So yeah, you'll see some of them. So if you don't find or don't understand, then just don't fill it. But most likely you should be able to find them. So here it will be the technology. So you can find the technology is it .NET, C++, CSS, Go, HTML, Java, Python. So all those technologies are here. So a senior Java developer is a software developer, and his technology is Java. Okay. Then consultant's cell number, the phone number, or and then email ID, consultant's LinkedIn profile, what's his immigration status. So when you drop down, you'll see green card, H1B, H4EAD, OPT, US citizen. So he has to be either one of these to work in US. Visa validity, you can come here, find the date. Say suppose if his visa is expiring in 20 December 2025, you can go to December 2025, pick the date, and it will give the date here. Consultant social security number, we need to have this because no consultant, if a consultant has a valid immigration status, he will have a social security number. A lot of time, what some of the vendors do is they pick up anybody who is not authorized to work. They print their document like visa document, and they give make fake visa document, but we need to have the social security. For W2 it's a must, like you cannot run payroll without a social security, but for C2C and 1099 also we need to collect this. And then on-site remote, like what kind of position is this? Because this matters for W2 candidate for the tax purposes. And here you can say he's on-site, remote, or hybrid. 5 day on-site is not a hybrid, so I'm sorry for this. So yeah, so how many days do they want them in office, and how is it 100% on-site or remote? 100% remote, so you can fill that. State of work location, there are 50 states in US, so you can choose any one of the state where he will be working. End client, you can type in the end client. Say suppose for example, if the end client is Johnson and Johnson, so you can type in that. And this one, end client industry, what does end client industry mean? Like Johnson and Johnson is in pharmaceuticals, so you can go here and fill. Most likely you will have a hard time finding it here, but then if you don't, like if you find pharmaceuticals and if you fill that, that's fine. If you don't, then just you can just type your own here. So if you're not able to find employment status, so employment status is something that the finance team will fill. Most likely when you send it to us, it will be pending because there's BG background and all that. So you will send this closure form before the BG and all, so maybe there is a lag. So PO date is the date when you receive the purchase order for this from the client. That date, if you don't know, then finance team can fill it. Start date is the day first day from where we can bill. So this will be filled by finance team. Again, means you can go to the calendar or you can type in. And end date, there is no end date as of now because the project is starting, but we need to have this record when it ends. So we will keep this is a living document, so this will keep the changes will be made to this. So bill rate, so you will say bill rate, say suppose we are billing $90 per hour for this candidate and then paying this candidate $80 an hour, so you can put that in C2C. The formula here is the bill rate minus pay rate, right? But in W2 case, it is bill rate plus W2 cost, net cost. Um, so we'll have a net cost, which is the W2 cost plus the pay rate, and then the gross margin will come here. So a lot of time we have to pay referral to somebody. So we, if there's no referral, no information is put here. So the net margin is equal to the gross margin. But in case there is some referral that we have to pay somebody outside the organization, so see, referral is not incentive, right? Referral is somebody, if somebody said, okay, I will give you the candidate and I need $2 an hour. So for that, so we have to put referral. A lot of cases we don't have it, so we don't have to worry a lot about it. But yeah, so client name, most likely the client, if it's Wipro or if it's Tech System or Judge Group, so you can put the name. We will create an ID for every client and we can give it to you. So if you put the ID, all this information will come automatically in the next version of this placement document. Maybe in a couple of months, we'll organize that and give it to you. So right now you just have to fill the client name and client category. Client category is either tier one or system integrator. We don't have direct clients, so we don't have to worry about that. So client LinkedIn, if there's a LinkedIn page, you have to fill that. If they have a website, so this FM can do it. You don't have to worry about this. Once you give us the name, we can populate this ourselves. So the client POC name, so the POC that you are working with, if we have any problem in BGV or any problem in getting the purchase order or MSA, who do we contact? So we need this. What's the POC that you're working with? What is his designation? Is he an client partner or account manager or recruitment director or whatever? So we need the designation, their cell number and email. So this is what for sorry, for the finance team to get any correspondence if there is delay in the start. And then this client accounting POs accounting, like where do we need to send the invoices, and if the invoice is not being paid on time, who do we escalate it? So that information the finance minister sorry, not finance minister, finance manager will put it. I hope, I mean, I wish finance minister would be working for GTech, but it's not so. So anyways, so the finance manager will put the client accounting POC's contact info and where should the invoice go to. So most of the time, the client have uh, email address like accounts at techsystem.com or accounting at judgegroup.com. So those kind of, so that email, that finance team will fill that. So, okay, now the last set of information that we need is the vendor. Say if it's a W2 placement, you don't need to worry about filling anything here in the vendor side. But if it's a C2C or 1099, so C2C you have to fill. 1099 means that that person is self incorporated. So basically, you'll put his company's name. So everybody, like, say, suppose if Paul is a 1099 consultant, so he will come and tell like, hey, I have a company called mm, XYZ Tech, and can you please pay XYZ Tech for my hours? So in that case, he will put the information uh, of his company. Otherwise, mostly C2C, so you'll put the information about this, like the what is the vendor company's name, what is their address, what is their EIN number. So they see EIN number, and uh, you have to get that. So basically you have to I think right now you're not engaged in this. If you're not comfortable, just leave it out, the finance team will do it. But if you can ask the POC, vendor POC that you're working, who submitted you the resume of their candidate, that hey, where are you incorporated, which state, and what is your company's EIN number, and their LinkedIn and their website. So this information is not that difficult. But yeah, if you think that it's really like you don't want to do it, then it's up to you. Then vendor POC name, the guy who is sending you the resume, or his contact detail and all that. uh, because see, the thing is, if we don't get that, and the and the and the consultant is not showing for drug test or blood test or something, like in that case, who do you contact? So we need this information, the finance team need this information to get all other information, right? So that's why the client POC name, we need all this to fill all the information here. So yeah, those information that we have marked for you, most of them are like really important for you to fill. And if you miss some of them, like website, LinkedIn, EIN, incorporation address, means we can fill it. It'll be good if you can do it. It doesn't take a lot, like a lot of people, you guys don't get like more than one or two placement a week at the most in good scenario. So it takes like 10-15 minutes. We simulated this, me and Ajay, we tried to fill this form, and we saw that it takes maybe 15 minutes to fill this form. But it helps us a lot to like put this in database, and helps to like get reports to see our performance, company's performance and all. So yeah, means I'll send this form to all of you, and I'm recording this video so that you can go look at it, and understand. If you have any issue, you can contact Ajay or me directly. Ajay is gonna go over this sheet with you guys again in office, and basically give you a little bit of training on. It's good to know like what fields does a company have to maintain. So yeah, I mean he'll go over this training with you guys once. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.